We will inspect your homes in your home right now.
All right, new giveaway. Oh, I meant to reset it and do a new word, but Rose, what do you got for me? The word is bussy. It's picking up business. No, we want bussy, dude. We want bussy. Okay, just because we're like really reaching now, it's got 10 upvotes, so we're really stretching our bussy here. We're really stretching the bussy. Ready? Am I the whole for refusing to polish cutlery at work? Some back info to make sure everyone knows the situation. I work as a bartender / waiter at a restaurant with a very high sense of team camaraderie. I work there about 20 to 25 hours a week as a side job since I'm still in college. Because of the camaraderie, I always help out with the dishwasher with cleaning up / polishing cutlery when the waiting staff finishes. This is unpaid, but we're all friends, so I don't mind. You fool. You fell for one of the classic blunders. Last Saturday, I worked the lunch shift, which starts at 11:30 in the morning, and I would get off at 7:30. The night shift team that night had some new, unexperienced people working, so I decided to stay until the night shift was over, as otherwise the restaurant would probably end in chaos. Around 10 in the evening, our head chef got mad because some waiters fucked up and screamed that me and another new waiter had to polish all the dishes once everyone was done as punishment. Me having overworked 2.5 hours at that point didn't take that too well. I normally never get insulted, but this got me pretty mad. I walked in the kitchen and said, "Chef's name, I normally don't mind polishing the cutlery, but I'm not doing that if I get ordered around like this while voluntarily working extra hours on a bussy night." Voluntarily working extra hours on a bussy night. I know it's a typo for busy, but I'm going to play in the space and trust and believe that it's actually like a combination, like restaurant, bar, like gay club, like a high-end bar and grill, but for the gays, and it's actually bussy night. He didn't take this too well on his part. I left the kitchen followed by yelling and cursing. I figured once work ended, we'd talk out as we normally do since the chef and I consider ourselves as friends and not just colleagues. Once work ended at 1:30 in the morning, I had worked a 14-hour shift without any breaks at that point. I walked up to the chef and asked if he wanted to talk about the ordeal. I got a nope as an answer, and I asked if he was sure, and he said he was fine. This was followed by him giving everyone a free drink from the bar as a reward for everyone's hard work that night, besides me. My coworkers were nice enough to pour some of their beer into an empty glass so that I wasn't left without any. He thanked everyone personally once we left, besides me, just an angry stare and a hurry up, I want to go home. We're like a family here, down to the passive-aggressive treatment. Yeah. I texted him the next day with an apology. I figured that doing this would calm him down, and I wasn't really in for a discussion anyways, which he read but didn't respond to. I heard from some of the coworkers that he told them if he enters the kitchen, I'll put a steak knife between his ribs. He literally voluntarily worked a double for you on bussy night. So you're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna fucking stab him. Normally I wouldn't mind those remarks as working in a restaurant can be stressful and venting and cursing helps with that, but I just can't accept that one. Am I the asshole here? Top comment, not the asshole. That chef is a full-on prick, and if I were you, I'd find somewhere else to work because you sound underappreciated. OP responds, this is an isolated incident. Normally after work, we all go out to a bar and just hang out, laugh, play darts, and buy each other rounds, etc. May sound weird, but I respect him. This is the first time anything like this has happened to me. It's gonna keep happening. If it continues like this, it's gonna keep happening, babes. Well, good news, this whole organization is unprofessional, so OP can't possibly make it worse. Real. Yeah, not the asshole. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. You deserve a raise for working on bussy night. There's no way the leather bar here doesn't have a Bussy Night. They allegedly have a glory hole for entire butts. Yeah. Wow. If you would like to choose our next keyword or phrase to search Am I the Asshole, type the word bite into chat. 3, 2, and 1. Our winner is Banana Moon Puppy. Banana Moon Puppy. What's our next keyword search? Sunburn or sunburnt, whichever gets the most interesting one. Okay, we'll try sunburn. Sunburn. I think we found one. Yeah. Am I the hole for writing a bad Yelp review about my child's daycare, calling them racist? A while ago, my daughter, 8 female, was complaining about her daycare because they were not giving her sunscreen. She asked for sunscreen, but they said black people do not need sunscreen, but they actually do. Oh my God. Before COVID, they went on a field trip. They made all the black kids sit in the sun and made the white kids sit in the shade because it would damage their skin or some bullshit. I talked to the ladies at the daycare and they said that it was justified, but said if we brought in a doctor's note, they would give her sunscreen. I made my daughter take it to school and let her share it with other kids, but then the teacher took it, saying she was not allowed to do that without permission. The other day she came home with a bad sunburn, there it is, and her skin was peeling, and I had enough and wrote that they were racist and segregating kids. They're literally segregating the fucking kids. Holy shit. And that she could get skin cancer because they are forcing her on the sun without sunscreen. I sent the lady in charge articles about cancer and that black people can get sunburnt and sent her names of the workers who enforced this. She said that they were under her orders and that she was right because we have more protection against this, and said that I was blowing this out of proportion and asked me to take the review down. Here's peer-reviewed articles and literal proof that you are wrong. Well, actually, these are my orders and that I'm right because you're black. I'm seriously thinking of contacting a news channel about this. My friend said I am being a Karen for complaining publicly and that black people have melanin, so that gives them lots of protection that other kids don't have. Edit. We live in the deep South. You didn't have to tell me, baby girl. You didn't. Girl, you ain't got to tell me. I know you do. There's an update post. I haven't logged in this account in a while, but I tried to update and it got removed, so I'll just copy and paste it onto here. I decided to ask my daughter how she feels about all of this, and she said that she likes going to daycare and that all of her friends are there. I got a lot of nice replies and awards, and I'm very thankful for all of the support I have been getting. I'm having my daughter come home from school with her grandma instead of the daycare. I emailed the owner of the daycare franchise, not the manager. They're very furious and have decided to let go the people who are participating in this. Oh, yes. Teach those racist motherfuckers that their actions have consequences, baby! Let's go! I'm not going to report them yet unless they do this again, and I'm in a group chat with the parents and told them to all tell me if they do this to their kids again, and I'm afraid that reporting the place could make a lot of people who didn't know about this lose their jobs. Turns out the manager and her friends were just power tripping. I'm not very confrontational, and my husband also said reporting would not be a good idea, since if they closed down, other parents would lose childcare. One-time executives are useful when bigots do something so irredeemably obviously awful that the executives get scared and uncomfortable about it. Yep. You should sue them for child abuse. Absolutely. New Dicky, new hole. This is best of Redditor updates again. Am I the asshole for not speaking Japanese after living here for 6 years? I, 34 female, met my 33 male husband online and got married 6 years ago. I moved from my home country to live with him in Japan since then. He is Japanese and has a stable job there. I, on the other hand, am a freelance illustrator, so I'm okay to move here. Every day I use English with him. Maybe you noticed already, but English is not my first language, so it's not perfect. So is my husband's English, but at least we can communicate. I tried my best to learn Japanese to be able to communicate with his friends and family, but Japanese is not an easy language. I have learned how to read kanji, hiragana, and katakana from zero by myself. During COVID in 2020, we got money from the government and he bought me some books and dictionaries telling me to learn the language more intensively during the lockdown. He didn't teach me anything though, he said, since I could speak 4 languages, adding one more language should be easy for me. I tried, but it is never good enough for him. He always said my grammar sucks. But I do always have problems with grammar. As you can see, my English grammar sucks too. He said I should be able to speak like a native at this point. So last year, summer 2022, I decided that I would get a part-time job at a restaurant so that I could practice more of my Japanese. To my surprise, the staff there like me and they can understand my Japanese. I also now could read and write several kanjis. I could write my own address with kanjis and read menus. Last week, we had a family dinner with his family. During the dinner, I made some grammar mistakes, which was not actually quite bad because everybody still understood what I was trying to say. But my husband says in front of my family, I was stupid for not understanding the correct grammar. Yeah, that's just straight up abusive. Yeah. It makes me upset because he said in front of everyone, so I said in English, your English is not better than mine, and you can't speak my language. Why do you call me stupid? He was pissed at me and won't talk to me since that day. Am I the asshole? Edit. He's not a bad guy. I love him so much. He's just very outspoken. If he disliked something, he would say it right away. He never comments about my body or looks, but he is very sensitive about my skill. He often criticized my art style and other skills. He said I'm lazy. There is no excuse not to master the language since I am living here for almost 6 years already. Maybe this is me trying to defend myself, but last year I got my N3/JLPT. Japan language proficiency test, level 3 certification. He said it must be out of luck because my Japanese is very rough. And he said I should have gotten the level 1 already because I'm here for so long. More info. I am full Asian and sometimes mistaken as Japanese, but aside from my husband, everybody never really complained about my Japanese. Just when I moved to Japan, they got confused a little, but if I phrase something wrong. You do speak Japanese though, especially since people say they understand you. He always says my Japanese sounds weird whenever I try to communicate in Japanese with him, and he told me never use Japanese unless it is perfect, so that I have no confidence at all. Okay, wait a minute. Classic textbook abuse. Textbook controlling abuse. I waited until the 5th year of living in Japan to find a part-time job because he said with my weird Japanese, I would not be able to work there. He is very straightforward. He would speak his mind even if it upsets me. I noticed since I started working, the staff and the people who came to the restaurant are really kind about my Japanese ability and never complained about it. The manager even wants me to be full-time there, and he always gave me bonuses every month for my hard work. But if I told my husband, he would say, that's just because most Japanese don't speak their mind. Deep inside, they think your Japanese sucks. The fucking mind games, dude. Yeah, people who pride themselves on being brutally honest are simply assholes. Right. We've got a very huge update, okay? Update post 6 months later. So we got divorced. I think about it more and more, and I feel like the 6 years has been hell for me. I am tired of finding reasons to think that he is good for me. I found a full-time job in a Japanese company and started working there from last January. Everybody in my new company said I speak Japanese very well, and so far I'm doing great. I rent my own apartment and surviving by my own just fine in Tokyo, albeit my ex-husband saying that I would never be able to survive in Japan without him. And fucking there it is. I have a crush on another guy, but I take it slowly. Thank you for all your comments to me. I'm glad I posted here. Edit! I use only Japanese in the company I work now and earn almost the same amount with my ex despite just working here for 4 months. My crush now speaks only Japanese and we communicate just fine. I am confident now. Oh, my heart. So I don't normally share the screen of what the story is on, but I feel like it's important. The line breaks here is at like, it's just the edit here. My crush only speaks Japanese, we can just fine, and then just I am confident now on its own line here, and then just that line being isolated. It just. Thank you so much for the comments and the support. Just to clarify, of course, the reason of my divorce is not only because of the language thing. I kept saying my ex was a good person, and I still think that he is a good person, but he is not treating me right. There were a lot of things that he had done to me that had harmed me physically and mentally. Before I was with him, I was also doing modeling for a side job. I took good care of myself, but after I married him, he said that my looks didn't matter, and he disliked me dressing up or putting on makeup because he thought as a married woman, I should not attract other men. I did what he wanted and kept telling myself, oh, this man loves me the way I am no matter how I look. But then I found out he was following sexy girls on Instagram and Twitter. He never chatted them, so I let it slide, but I kept thinking about it, especially since he never said anything positive about my look. Basically, he never said anything positive about my effort except for my cooking. I started to feel unconfident. I got depressed and had to take antidepressants, and then I gained 20 kilograms in 6 years. When I said he never said anything positive about my look/effort, it didn't mean that he always said bad things about me. He just seems to be indifferent about it. Now, after we got divorced, I don't have to take my antidepressants anymore, and I've lost 15 kilograms already. I started to talk to some guys until I met my crush right now. I was surprised because my crush now always said that I look good and nice. He noticed when I changed my hairstyle or nails, saying I smell nice, and compliments me when I do a good thing at work. My crush works in the same company with me. This is breaking my fucking heart. Like, yeah, it's so good for her, but like, all of these things that to me feel like the bare minimum, just, oh, the pain that this man put her through. The other people in my life also said I look super good now, and I look so much happier. I wanted to show you my picture so you could see the difference between when I was single and married and became single again, but I know there is a chance that some of you might recognize me and then would recognize who my ex-husband is and would cause problems for him. Anyway, how I learned Japanese and other languages is by listening to some songs, movies, or other people. Then when I can't understand some word/phrase, I would find it in the dictionary based on how I hear it. Then I have to guess how it's written so I can find the word in a dictionary/translator. I prefer dictionary to translator, though, because when I open the dictionary, I will see other words other than the one that I'm looking for and may remember those words I accidentally find also. She is so smart. She is so intelligent. So charming. Fuck this guy in every way imaginable. Editor's note, including this exchange because I thought it was sweet. I do not speak Japanese, so the translation is Google translated. Apologies if it's slightly odd. Commenter writes in Japanese, according to Google Translate, amazing. You did your best. Even though I have lived in Japan for a long time, I often make grammar mistakes. I think it's enough if it works. Good luck in your new life. OP responds in Japanese, thank you very much. It's almost like I've been reborn. I've been really happy lately, so my mental health has improved. Oh my God. New update from September 11th, 2024. Almost a year later. It's been a few months. The result of the Japanese language proficiency test I took has been announced. I passed the level 2 with only 2 mistakes. The highest is level 1 from 5 levels, and I passed the level 2, so I'm proud of myself. My crush confessed to me, and we are dating now. He is Japanese and does not speak English at all, and he said my Japanese is perfectly fine. I met his parents and brothers last month during Obon holiday. He brought me to his hometown in a rural Japanese village. His family welcomed me. His family lives in a farm. They never went overseas at all and don't speak English, but they welcome me nicely. I am a divorcee and 6 years older than my boyfriend, but they don't mind at all. The fact that I am a foreigner also does not bother them. I just got a promotion at work this month, which is quite rare since I've only been here for 10 months, but they said I did my best, so I deserved it. I plan to move in with my boyfriend next winter. He treats me with nothing but respect. He always seems to be proud with anything that I did. He even said that my Japanese accent is cute. He never scolds me in public like my ex. I told him, "Why are you so nice?" And he said, "It is just normal behavior to someone that you care about." I'm fine. I'm keeping it together. I'm so fine and normal right now, dude. Which makes me realize how much of an asshole my ex-husband was. About my ex-husband, he stalked my Instagram and found my post with my new boyfriend, and he threatened my boyfriend, but my boyfriend just blocked him. My ex's cousin, who is really close to me, told me that my ex posted his breakup text with his new girlfriend on Twitter and sent the screenshot to me. I read it and I feel pity for whatever girl he's gonna be with him next because he will never change. I feel healthier, prettier, and definitely happier now than ever. I don't know what will become of my new relationship, but I learned a lot. I will never let anyone disrespect me and my effort. What a fucking journey. You're recording your Bussy? Yes. Because I need my Bussy to be used multiple times in a given time frame. I need the Bussy to be used by multiple people all at once.